High intelligence is often seen as a gift, a superpower that opens every door. But inside a mind with an IQ over 140, the world looks entirely different. It is a life lived at a velocity that those around you cannot share. To the ultra-intelligent, the world is not a collection of objects, but an infinite web of patterns. Today, we look into the psychology of those who see too much. The first hallmark is chronic analytical paralysis. Every simple action is decomposed into thousands of probabilities and consequences. The genius mind never switches off. It is constantly searching for errors in the world system. Social adaptation for them is a constant translation from the language of meaning to the language of gestures. High IQ often correlates with a sense of profound existential loneliness. It's hard to find common ground when your starting point is where others' thoughts usually end. They often suffer from predicting catastrophes that others don't even notice yet. Hypersensitivity is the eternal companion of high intelligence. Sound, light, and emotion are all perceived more sharply. Perfectionism here becomes a form of self-torture. They do not forgive themselves for mistakes because they know exactly how the ideal should function. For them, the world moves too slowly. This leads to constant irritation and alienation. The mismatch between the speed of thought and the speed of reality creates permanent tension. They cannot simply choose. They are forced to analyze data. Existential depression is a frequent visitor to a mind that digs too deep into the meaning of being. Their internal world is much brighter and more complex than the external reality. Intellectual stimulation is as necessary for them as oxygen. They absorb information not just for knowledge, but to satisfy the brain's hunger. But within this complexity lies an incredible vulnerability. They often feel like observers rather than participants in life. Their brain consumes a massive amount of energy, leaving the body feeling exhausted. Chaos is understandable to them. Order often feels suspicious. Often, they consciously choose to lose because the finale was calculated long ago and lost its interest. For them, beauty is complexity made concise. They find solace in the laws of physics, which never betray them. Their thoughts are plastic. They can view a problem from dimensions invisible to others. It's not arrogance. It's a way to protect the mind's integrity from external noise. The genius psyche always exists on the edge between discovery and madness. The sense of distance from humanity is the price of the high vantage point. But it is this very gaze that pushes civilization forward. An idea for them is a physical sensation of light in a dark room. They see connections where others see only coincidence. It is an exhausting path. The mind is a fire that consumes its carrier. Synesthesia, the ability to see sounds or feel the color of numbers, often accompanies high IQ. They seek truth where others seek comfort. Time for them is not a line, but a space where everything happens simultaneously. The complexity of the brain's structure determines the complexity of one's fate. Sometimes they find peace in the simplicity they cannot afford in their thoughts. Genius is the ability to be amazed by things others consider obvious. They create the future because the present feels too cramped for them. Would you want such a mind, knowing the price of the loneliness? High IQ is just a prism. How you direct the light depends on your soul. The psychology of genius is a story of fighting chaos with logic. This is the end of one journey and the start of 1,000 new questions. They are always a step ahead, even if they have to walk alone. The fragility of brilliance is that it is easily destroyed by misunderstanding. Who am I, my brain or my feelings? The eternal question for the intellectual. Music is the mathematics of emotion, the only language they don't need to translate. The ability to discard a false theory is the mark of true intelligence. We are all made of stardust, but some of us know the formula for that dust. A biological accident or an evolutionary step. Accepting one's nature is the final stage of intellectual development. High intelligence isn't a wall, it's a bridge that still needs to be built. The mind rests only when all variables have found their place. High IQ is not the finish line, it is only the starting point. Understanding is the highest form of freedom.